My first thought was that my family's gonna kill me, and then my friends, I'm gonna lose all my friends, I'm gonna lose a social life, I'm going to not be able to keep up with my demanding job, I'm not gonna be able to afford a life that I would have liked for myself. My boyfriend at the time would leave me. I figured that I was gonna be living a really lonely and sad life, and people do have a certain perspective on girls who have babies when they're not married, and I don't want to be like them. I didn't want to be looked at like them. It's not something I like to admit, but that was my initial quick thought, is that abortion could be an option, although that's something that I've always been grown up and taught that that's not how we go about things. Our family values, our faith, that's not something we believe in. When you're faced with this sort of a situation, it does go across your mind, but ultimately I leaned on my faith and my family values, and those were all stronger than my initial thoughts that, again, I'm not proud to admit that I had. My faith played the most important role. After I told my family about my situation, they reached out to Pastor Carey, and they really strongly advised me to reach out to him as well. And I had some really good, productive conversations with him, and I just tapped into my faith, and that's something that's been instilled in me since I was born. And I every day and all day was filled with prayer. At the beginning, I was getting frustrated because I felt like God wasn't listening to me, and I felt like I was doing all this prayer and not hearing anything. But once I really started trusting and putting my faith in God, that He has some sort of a plan for me. At the time, I had no idea what that was, but as soon as I really started trusting and really just kept talking to God, I started hearing what He was saying, and I started really listening, and I got a lot of answers out of that. It was definitely hard at first. I don't think our family's ever been tested in that sort of a way, not since I've been alive at least. I'm sorry to say that I didn't have enough faith in my family that they would have supported me and loved me through this no matter what. I was initially really scared that I would have lost everybody, but everybody came together in a way that more than I could have ever expected. My brother stepped up. He's been the one that sort of was the glue in the beginning of this and trying to make the most out of this situation. And my parents have welcomed me back into their house, and they've been nothing but loving and supporting of this. And I couldn't have imagined just how much love and support I've gotten from them. I would say that if you're in this situation, it's okay to go through all of those thoughts, and at the end of the day, to not beat yourself up about having thoughts that, again, you're not proud to admit that you had, but at the same time, think about it in the long run. Look at yourself in the mirror and think if you'd be okay with that sort of decision. And although it may not be where you would like to be in your life, things are going to change, but your life isn't ending. Stop thinking about all of the can'ts and won'ts and all the things that are not going to work out. If there's a will, there's a way. If you want to make it work, you can make it work. And I'm able to maintain my job. My family has stuck with me. My friends have been extremely supportive. I have a bunch of aunts and uncles for her. The best decision you ever have is keeping this life and giving it a chance, and knowing that you're a good person no matter what, and you're giving another life a chance at being another good person to bring into the world. And I think the world needs more good people.